Okay, how about now? Can you guys hear me? Whew. Perfect. I don't know why it's been happening. It happened to me last time, and I have to exit out. I think my laptop is trying to give me a hint that it wants to retire. Sorry about that. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so now you can hear me and see me. So what I was telling everybody is hopefully everybody's doing okay. I was saying that I'm from Canada, Ontario. We had snow yesterday, unexpected, like lots of snow. And then today, the sun came out and melted all away. So I'm happy for that. I'm hoping for warmer weather soon. We've had a pretty cold winter. So that's on my end, feeling great today. Happy to be here and do these webinars with you guys. So share with me where you're from. If you're new at RefectoCil, if you're new with Lash Lift, just share me a little bit about yourself as well before we start. Hi, Terry. Welcome, Terry. Glad to have you on, Terry, as always, and thank you for your help too. So we have good morning, Holly. Devon, Atlanta. Never been to Atlanta. I've been quite a few in the US in certain areas, but never in Atlanta. Devon, Atlanta. New with Lash Lift. I'm Stephanie from Alberta. So new with Lash Lift. That's exciting because it's a great service and we'll talk about it, the benefits of it. So I'm really excited that you're new with the Lash Lift. It's nice to get new ones as well, but nice to have the refreshers and the support from the ones that love to use RefectoCil. So VJ, okay, hello Emily. Hey, Emily, welcome. Thank you for coming on today, Emily. VJ here, new to lashes. Perfect. New to lashes. We've got all new ones. I'm totally new to lashes. Cosmetologist from Iowa. Welcome, Lisa. Hi, Jasvinder, sorry. Ramirez, Calgary, new to this brand. Wow, we got a lot of new ones, which is really exciting because it's a mixture of new ones. It's a mixture of ones that have that loyalty with RefectoCil, and they'll share the love as well here today, and they'll let you know what they like as well. So you've come to you've great day to be here today to learn about RefectoCil and to learn about Lash Lift. Dawson City, Yukon. Oh, Yukon. It's beautiful there. I think I just saw somebody say from Ireland. That caught my eye because I've been dying to go to Ireland. Let me go a little bit higher and see who said they're from Ireland. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, my computer's being... Ireland. Oh, your name is Ireland. I was like, someone's from Ireland, but welcome, Ireland. From BC. Kenora, Ontario. Don't even know that city in Ontario. Wow. We've got all over. Beloved refreshers. Saying thank you, Sam. I do see your name on other webinars. Thank you for your support. Barbara, I guess Connecticut, CT. Have used this product, have had issues. So okay, good. Glad you're here today, Elaine, because we can troubleshoot those issues and get you to love the lift again, okay? Stephanie from Virginia. Okay, guys, welcome. I am so happy. And yes, thank you, Lori. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you to all of you as well. Okay, this is exciting. I'm so excited that we have some new ones, some refreshers, and some long-standing RefectoCil users. So we've got that mix, which we can all support each other, especially with International Women's Day. We should be able to uplift and help each other out. And we're a community as well in the beauty industry. So welcome, everyone. Selford, Ontario. Hi, Swarnjeet. I'm from Calgary. Perfect. Thank you everyone for your greetings. So I'm going to begin so we can start with the presentation and be able to do the demonstration as well. So for all of you guys that are new, my name is Chrissy. I am the Lead RefectoCil trainer of North America. So I do these webinars for North America. I do the trainings. If you're going to be at the IECSC New York, did I say that correct? At the spa show in New York, please come visit our booth 1046. Because I'd love to see people in person. I'm so excited to be back at trade shows, and I will be doing classes as well there. So if you're coming to the New York show, please pay me a visit. Good afternoon, Chantel. Welcome. So I do have an aesthetic background. I am an esthetician, but I built this love now with RefectoCil. So I focus a lot more on lashes and brows and educating people and giving them that passion. Thanks, Terry. Giving them that passion for RefectoCil. Okay. So I want to be able to share that excitement when I put my hands on RefectoCil, when I demo it, when I do it on my customers. I'm always excited to use it because I know I'm going to get those results and leave my customer satisfied. So that's what I want to share with you guys. Hi, is it Sarah? Sarah, there's an I in it. Can you see my name? Yes, Sarah Shiraz. Did I say that correct? Perfect. I love the spelling. Different. Awesome. Welcome, Sarah. So we're going to start with the presentation on lash lift today. And yes, I will be demoing a tint. I just don't have much focusing on tint here because usually, we start off with learning how to tint lashes and brows first before we expand into our bigger services like lash lift, brow lamination, and so forth. But I will be demoing it into the model because you need to pair the tint with the lift to get those results. Hello, Samriti, welcome. You can say hello, Chrissy. It makes me feel a little bit younger. Thank you. Okay, so let us start talking. So we do have a lot of new people. So obviously the refreshers and the ones that have sat in my webinar know that I have to put this slide into my presentation because I need to let you know who RefectoCil is. And understanding how long they've been around. Hi, Kamini. Understanding how long RefectoCil has been around, it's over 90 years they've been around. So you're going to be working with a brand that has a great reputation, well-standing. I hear people at trade shows tell me I've been using it for 15, 20 years. So, and you're going to have the support either by me or one of our trainers or our team. I do spend time troubleshooting and helping people. I get calls all the time, whether it's emails or calls, and that's what I'm here for. And to troubleshoot, and that's the support that you will get from RefectoCil. They'll get great quality, no reasons to have to change formulations. Their tints have stayed solid. We changed the glue to make it better because there was issues, and that's the thing about RefectoCil, that they have their own lab. So they don't have to send it out for testing or send it out to be fixed. They will fix it right away, which helps the turnaround, or helps us to get that product adjusted and working well faster. So that's a great benefit with RefectoCil. So that's just a little bit brief that I want to talk about RefectoCil so that you know to compare with what other brand you were thinking about. I'm not here to tell you other brands are not great. I don't use that many other brands, but I'm here to share you what makes RefectoCil great. Okay. So let's start off with talking about what's this drama we want. The only drama, well, I know I need is in my lashes, correct? We don't want any other drama in our life except for these furry friends too. So our lashes are the ultimate symbol of glamour, right? So we want them long, full, and dark. Let me just see a comment. Ooh, Stephanie. So yes, you will have, Sarah, a recording. So Stephanie says, I'm originally from Germany, been using RefectoCil since 37 years. There you go. You have someone and from Germany that's been using it for 37 years and had no reason to switch to another brand. So thank you for your feedback, Stephanie. We really appreciate it. Ryan, anything? Yeah, our North America website. Let's try and see if we can get the questions while I'm doing the demo. But for you to help you with retailing and so forth, we need to connect afterwards, okay? Or like we'll need to connect afterwards and discuss that because our website, our RefectoCil, it's just an education website. It's not a selling. Okay, so I'll help you afterwards. You'll see a slide that has my email that you can email me and we can discuss that because I don't want to leave you hanging. Okay, thank you, Rhiannon. I remember your name. Your name is familiar. Okay, and then we have Soranjit, who's been using it for the past 10 years. And you are Rhiannon, I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name, for 15 years. That's awesome. So there you go. For the new ones that are here, you have long-standing loyalty of people using RefectoCil, so you know you're going to be using a great brand. Okay, so we go back to the glamour in our lashes. They are the ultimate symbol of glamour because we want them long, full, and dark. Because what's going to happen when we have our lashes long, full, and dark? You know me, I always say if I can't put any makeup else at all, I will at least have to have mascara on, so that I can have some kind of emphasis and refreshment into my eyes. And thank you, Margaret, 25 years strong. Happy 25th with RefectoCil. So the results help the eyes appear bigger, refreshed. Your look becomes more refreshed and more opened. And also you're able to be perfectly styled around the clock, whether you're going to work, whether you're even going to the grocery store, you still look great, refreshed. If you're going to go to work, all you have to do is pop on some lipstick and you look well put together without having to sit and fill in your brows if you're tinting your brows, or curling your lashes with the mechanical curler and then having to put mascara. And then you get an instant facelift. So think about when the lashes are going upwards, usually sometimes people have lashes that are downcast, like they shoot straight down. So it actually gives that look, not saggy, I would say, but just that downcast look. But when you start to lift your lashes, and if you add on a brow lift as well, everything is going upwards, which is giving that illusion of a facelift. So you have that mini facelift without having to do any invasive treatment. How great is that? So I like to pair it up sometimes, doing the brow lamination as well as the lash lift. Okay, so let's talk about the trend. What's this trend? Well, we know that many desire their lashes to be long, to be dark, to be full. And we've had the lash extensions that was that major trend and still is. They're a great way to add volume and thickness and length to our lashes. But there's a substitute, because sometimes we want to give a break to something that enhances us and we want to use natural hairs. So by this, we can use our natural lashes to be able to lift them. So definitely lash lifts does have their moments and does have their place in all the salons, because you can be that substitute to people who are doing lash extensions, but also to customers that do not want the maintenance of lash extensions and just want to work with their natural lashes. And also male clientele. I don't know if you were able to sit in my male grooming webinar, but I did talk about as well, lifting a male's lashes as well. Very little, not lifting, but curling with our curler, which we'll see a slide, just to give them a little bit of that refreshness as well, but keeping it masculine, okay? So the service, the lash lift by RefectoCil will bring life to lashes that even a major client, they will be amazed. Sometimes they don't realize how long their lashes can be. And after the treatment, they see their lashes after a lift, they are shocked. They're like, my lashes look that long. And especially when you tint them, when somebody's lashes at the tips, like even mine, my tip of my lashes tend to fade out a little bit. I do spend in the summer in the sun. So because of that, you can't really see the full length of your lashes. So when you tint them after a lift, it creates that more dramatic look where your customer might even like gasp when they look at it and be like, wow, okay, fill me in every 6 weeks. Okay. So always pair it with a tint. The service will add length to shorter lashes that have been envious of longer lashes, but also the main thing is you're going to say bye-bye to your mechanical curlers and hello to your lash lifts. And that will take away a lot of maintenance too in the morning of having to crunch your lashes every single day. For 6 weeks, you will have your lashes stay up in that form. Okay. So let's talk quickly about the 2 kits. For the new ones, this might confuse you if you're ever at a trade show and you see that we have 2 kits. For the ones that already know, you can share with us if you've used the curl, if you've enjoyed a curl, but they each have their place. What's the difference? A lash lift uses silicone pads with little raises. As the size gets bigger, the bump gets bigger. And as the title says of the packaging, it's a lift. So think of your lashes doing this U shape, so you add length. But when you're thinking of the curl, they are a cotton press roller. So there's a circumference and the hair wraps around half of that diameter of that circumference, which means that the lashes are curving in and creating a C curl. Okay, so you have your C curl and you have your U, length, shape. So it depends on what type of client. So when we were talking about male clientele, they would want just a little bit more of a shape. A dramatic lift will emphasize a little bit more I have to be wise with my words, but it will add a little bit more feminine touch to it if they don't want it, right? So that's where it comes that you consult with your client to see the look that they want. But for male, I love doing the curl, choosing a bigger roller so that they have some kind of shape, but not too dramatic. So that's the difference. Now, if you had somebody that was allergic, say, to the glue and the lash lift, they were really sensitive to it, you can go to the curl. We're currently waiting to get an extra small silicone pad in the lift. But in the meantime, if you had a customer that came in and the size small pad would not work for them, then you would have, instead of sending them home, losing a client and not keeping them and they go somewhere else, you can suggest a curl. And you can tell them this is what the curl does, so you'll still have some kind of shape to your lashes. That way you keep your client, you satisfy them, and they're coming back. I was going to say again about the curl. I was going to say something I just totally forgot. But the extra small pad will help for those shorter lashes because the small size pad, a little bit, they made it too big for certain eyes, and it was not helping the shorter ones. Okay. Let's look at the before and after. Great. This is, as you can see it now in the picture, what we were saying. The customer, when they see themselves in the mirror, before they do anything to their lashes, either they have to use a mechanical curler or mascara, they don't really see, and they don't really know the length of their lashes unless they add all that stuff on like their mascara. But when they do a lift and a tint, look at the difference. The length, it pushed them up to create that length. Sorry, the push of the lashes going upwards to create that length. So it makes a dramatic difference. Okay. And then we can see here the before and after. Sorry if it's a little bit darker. I don't know if it looks dark on your end, but you can see that they gave her a complete kind of style to complement her whole like a service to complement her whole look. So she's got a lift, a tint, so you can see her lashes before you couldn't see them. So with having that lift, her eye looks more refreshed, more alert, more awake, right? And then they tinted her brows to fill in any of the little gaps that she had, but also matching with her hair color. And basically, if that was me getting this and I look like this, I would not need any makeup, maybe a little touch up of lipstick, and I'm good to go. But you can see the difference in the color it put in the face. Like, it gives warmth to the face, in the alertness and the refreshment and the little mini lift of everything looking upwards. Even the eye looks going upwards, but it's not. It's just the effect of lift. Okay, so beautiful results. This should not say 8 and 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. This should say 6 and 4. The times are even faster. Now, the 8 5, be mindful. You can still use 8 and 5, but only if you're using it on customers that have very, very thick layered lashes, and they need that time to penetrate through those layers and the thickness, because the 6 and 5 might be too quick for the solution to go into those lashes. Same with male clientele. If their lashes are really, really thick and unruly, yes, you can go up to 8 and 5 minutes. So, but be mindful. If it's somebody that has medium type of lashes, thin lashes, you know, not so layered, do not go past that time, because the 6 and 4 minutes will be adequate enough. And then you cannot surpass the 8 and 5 minutes. Okay. Let's talk quickly about the solutions. Very, very important to know what's in the ingredients in your solution so that you know that we are working towards the hair development and not against it. So we have keratin and cysteine. So keratin, we know it's a protective protein. We have it in our bodies, just like collagen. So we're going to be able to help with that development of the hair growth, that structure, that strength in the hair. But we're also putting cysteine to be able to provide that moisturization, that hydration. So together, these working together are going to condition and protect the lashes during the treatment, during the service. So think about it as a service, but a treatment together. Okay, so educate this to your clients too, because they might have had a bad experience with another brand, and let them know that this brand will not do that. But also, you would need to be mindful of what condition their lashes are. If their lashes were damaged from lash extensions and they told you they're damaged, and maybe you inspected them under magnifying glass and they looked a little bit frayed, I would not do a lift. I would not want to just take their money and do a lift and eventually they go home and they're their lashes feel more damage or a breakage. So it doesn't mean that our solution was bad. It means that their lashes were already compromised. They were already damaged to begin with, and it won't be able to hold the solutions, or it won't be able to hold the product from RefectoCil. So what will happen is that you're putting it on something that's more damaged. It's going to weigh it down, and it's not going to sustain it, and it's going to eventually cause further damage. So that's going to give bad reputation to the brand, but also bad reputation to yourself, because it just takes one person to go spread on social media or give you a bad review that you've damaged their lashes, and they might mention even the brand. So what I would do is I would tell my customer, be honest with them, that I'm here to create that loyalty with you. I'm here to want you to be coming back, and I want you to be enjoying these treatments, like spa treatments. So listen, I'm not going to be able to do the service because so and so and so, but I'm going to sell you this care balm. And this care balm is going to help to bring back to vitality your hairs. It's got a castor oil, a bunch of minerals, mineral plant oils, and it's going to bring back to vitality your hairs so that you can be able to come and do this service. So they purchase it for the next 6 weeks, use this, and then we'll book you in when you come back in. This way, you still were able to sell them something. Yes, you didn't do an $80 service of a lift, but you sold them a $40 retail product. They're going to go home, use it, because they understand that their lashes need to be brought back to good condition in order to do any of the services. And then they're going to be returning back in your chair. So it's a win for both ends. So learn to respect your client, care for a client, and give them those other options, as opposed to just either doing the service and damaging or sending them away. Okay, so then we go into how you can elevate or add value to your lash lifts and any of your lash or brow services. If they're coming in for a lash lift, if they're coming in for a brow tint or a brow lamination, you add these eye care pads so that they can get a treatment at the same time. These are great. I use them at home as well. Before my customer comes in, or my model, whatever, I put them in the fridge a couple minutes before. That cooling effect. It's got hyaluronic acid. It's got aloe vera, vitamin E. So it's going to help with any puffiness. It's going to help with any fine lines, and it smooths out. And you can actually, and I've heard people see the difference too. When you pull off the eye care pad after the treatment, you can see how smooth their skin looks. So they're great. They're obviously a little bit on the higher end of cost because of the ingredients and what they can do, but you're adding that cost into your service. So you're adding about $5 to $8 into your service to cover these pads and give your customer an all-around service and an eye treatment. Okay. They're pretty new and they're amazing, and I will use it today. Then we have the styling gel. This is our hero product. Whether you are a professional or a retail, this is what you must be using after you've done a service. So the professional will end their service using the styling gel. So if they did a lash lift and tint, you end it with this. If they did a brow tint, you end it with it. Brow lamination, you end it with this, with the disposable mascara one, so you're not cross-contaminating between clients. But then you should be selling this as a retail item to your customer because of the importance. We're doing a processing service. We are processing the hairs. When you go get your hair done at the salon, they don't just shampoo it, they condition it to add back moisture. And sometimes you might need a mask treatment. You got your Olaplex that they might be putting on as well. But what's the difference between our lashes on our hair? They're hairs, and they're being processed. So we still got to give them care in order to be able to sustain and be able to do these services continual every 6 weeks. So as I said, the professional will end it. I will show it as well today. Now, the best thing to do on all your first time customers is to include it in their service fee. So say your lash lift costs $70. This costs about $40. You're going to charge them $110 for the first service and that for the first time. And then the next time they come in 6 weeks, it's going to go back to $70. And then in 3 months or so, you're going to check in with them to see, do you need to rebuy the styling gel because it should be kind of running low. It's between 3 to 6 months because it depends on how often they use it. Now I use it every morning on my brows and lashes, so that means in 3 months I'll have to replace it. And then the protection cream. Another way to elevate your lash and brow services is to offer a little mini massage at the end. free. You use a protection cream. If you have this already from tinting, you use it and it becomes a protection cream. And it's also an eye mask treatment as well. So they're going to get double action of hydration. But you use this at the end of the service. I did not put the slide with the movements, but I think you should be getting it in your thank you email. But there's 6 different movements. You've got your straight movements. You're only working around this area. So you got your straight movements that kind of like do the drainage. And then you have your circular movements. And then you have your tapotement, the ones that you're tapping. So you'll see like dots. That means you tap. The straight movements are more the drainage, and then the circular movements. So great thing to add, because your customers are going to experience something so different that they're used to, and they're going to even refer you to the people, because at the end, these services should be a spa-like treatment. Okay. I'll show you our trio dream team. So I currently use all of them. I like to keep my lashes in good condition. Excuse me one second. They're what I enjoy about my lashes. Like, they're pretty long, and I want to maintain them. So as I said in the morning, the styling gel can be used as a primer, can be used to protect from the sun in the summer, is used to hold your tints. Like if you do a tinting service and on your brows, they don't tend to last past 2 weeks, you can put this every morning on your brows to seal it in, because it does seal in the treatment. The Care Balm is the one that I mentioned to your customer. That's an intensive treatment. It's for the night. You want to let it in there to penetrate. It's pretty thick in oil. So you wouldn't be able to even use it after you've done the services. You'd have to wait 48 hours, because then it will be too heavy and can lessen the effect. And then you have and all of these are for lashes and brows. Okay, so they're for both. You don't have to worry about buying a separate one. Some other brands, you buy a separate one to cover the brows or cover the lashes. Our lash booster, our lash and brow booster, obviously as the name, will help 50% longer to have longer lashes or brows, or thicker brows, and to fill any gaps. So it's a great product. It can be used for both lashes and brows. So I put this every night when I go to sleep, across the waterline. And if sometimes I feel that my lashes need that nutrients, I massage the rest of the Care Balm on the rest of the lashes. So I get that dual effect, and I go to sleep. Another nice thing that we like to showcase here, which is beautiful, and in hopes that you already have this in your salon, or for the new ones to purchase it, is your tinting station. So it's your lash and brow bar. It has all the colors. It has your components to put your accessories. On the back side, it has your eye makeup remover, your tint remover, your protection cream, your oxidant, your styling gel, and your artist palette. It's a great caddy. Once you get it, you take tape off and you stick it in, and that becomes a caddy. Are you mobile? Are you a makeup artist? You know, I'm mobile, so if I want to go do a bridal shower, if I want to do girls' night, you know, I can bring this with me. Plus, I'll bring my kit of my lift, because it's only for your tinting station. But it looks so well put together. It's organized. It keeps all your tinting supplies organized. And also, if you have it in view where a customer comes and sees it, it makes a sale on its own, because somebody might be coming in for just like a brow shaping and be like, oh wait, look, they do tinting here. Oh yeah, I think I want to do tinting. And then they will come up to you and be like, can you add a tint? And it was the easiest add-on service without you having to do anything. Okay. Then we have in here our profitability. So there's 2 different types of profitabilities. This one is the one that's just the eyelash lift, and then my second one is the one with eyelash lift and tint. Sorry, eyelash lift. Oh no, I forgot to put the one that has the tinting. Or maybe I did. Did I do something wrong? I feel like I did something wrong. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we'll look at this one. Oh, because it's US. Now I know what I did. Okay, I had to put both. Sorry, I had a little blank moment. I had to put both because we service North America, so I have people here from the US as well. So the first one is going to be your Canadian profitability. So for example, we said the base price of $70. So you can go between 70 to 90 for a lash lift, but that's just a lift. Once you start to add tint, you can go up to 110, 125. So you purchase the kit Canadian pricing, $155.95. You can do about 36 applications. You know, I say 30 to 36. And your saline solution, because very important to use. Your total cost was $166.70 that you purchased the items. But with one kit that you can do about even 30 applications, you should be able to do $2,520 back in revenue in one kit. This total, they figured it out of 36. But even if you took 30 times 70, it's over 2,000 what you can make back. So it's great profitability, great revenue, and very little in cost. For example, you're spending $4.51 on cost per application. Okay. And then for the US, you take the $55 and then you times it by the 36 application, and one kit, which costs you $145, should be about $1,980 in revenue back, and your cost per treatment will be $4.24. So great, as I said, profitability. Okay, so that comes to our end. And what do we love to do as well at the end of our webinars before we do the demo is a contest. So before we do the demo, if you want to win a lash lift kit with 2 extra accessories, which is the eye care pads and the styling gel, you have to complete the 3 easy steps. Follow us on Instagram, RefectoCil North America, Broessa by RefectoCil. So if all you new ones, if you're not on board with these accounts, follow one of them. The Broessa is my training account, so I try to put tips and tricks on there. The RefectoCil North America, you will also see what's new out, new products. Like us on Facebook and leave a review. Leaving a review gains you an extra bonus point, bonus entry. Also post on Instagram. It would not post, actually, I forgot to change this. You can post if you want, but we'd like you to like the last post that we posted on RefectoCil, like it, and add the hashtag Lash Lift Webinar, and write what you like about RefectoCil, what you liked about the training. Instead of just putting the hashtag, give us a little bit of feedback of what you liked about the webinar. But once again, like the latest post, and don't forget to put the hashtag Lash Lift Webinar. If the hashtag is not there, I won't know that you're entering the contest, okay? And the contest will end on March 21st. Okay, and I will announce it on Instagram. So good luck to all. Let's go quickly to just see other information that could help you, especially to the Rhiannon that you wanted to know about wholesaling and so forth. We have the email there. I'll put it back, Audra. I'll put it back to the slide for the contest. So follow us on Instagram. Okay, so here we go. So you want to know which Instagram? It's RefectoCil North America. So follow both of them. And whichever one, you can like the latest post on whichever one, because we see both of them, and leave the hashtag Lash Lift Webinar, but also a comment of what you like about RefectoCil, what you like about the training today. Okay, Audra, perfect, awesome. Our Facebook account is RefectoCil North America, so like it, review us on Facebook. We love reviews because we want to also know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what we have to adjust, what I have to adjust for the trainings. So please let us know so we can make the best for you. Visit our educational website. So remember, so this is for Rhiannon. It's only an educational website, so you cannot purchase from here. We do not sell to the salons or professionals. You have to go through our distributors. If you need help with that as well, to see which distributor closer to you carries all the product, then you can reach at education@cbngroup.com, and I will help you for that. Okay, so if you have to take a screenshot of this to help you, our RefectoCil education website is being worked on right now, but we're still adding, we switch platforms. So it's getting refixed on, but we still have the webinars on there. We still have the mini tutorials. We're starting to add more files on there, consent form files. So, you know, hopefully in a couple of months, we'll be able to get on board with having all the files that you'll be able to download on whenever you need, and also to go to the website to see what's new that's coming out. Okay. Okay, perfect. Oh, you're welcome, Rhiannon. Okay, so let me go get my model. I'll leave it on the slide for now. If you guys want to take some, like the information, I will. And you can ask me questions during the demo portion. I will multitask and do it both. So please, 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 questions are a great way to learn, and I can answer them to you right on the spot. Okay, so let me get the model so then we can put her in a position that you guys will be able to see properly. My last webinar, there was like blurriness, people were saying, so it really made me feel upset because I don't know why the camera was causing blurriness. Okay, let me go get my model and you guys can ask questions. Give me 1 second. Nicole, I can have you now. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so while I'm getting the model ready, once again, just any questions, you're gonna put my gloves on. Okay, so I'm gonna lower this because it was high. This is just jumped off of it. Okay. Are you comfortable leaving the mask off? Sure. Yeah, I'll keep mine on. Yeah. I don't care. Just so it doesn't make the camera blurry and then I can work with your eyes, okay? Do you want me to turn it up there for you? Yeah. Okay. So we'll get you to lay down and then they're gonna tell me how they can see you. And I have to scoot up more. Yes. Because I'm short. Try just a little bit more up. Okay, you're good. But are you your head's okay? Yeah. You're good. So are you comfortable? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna have to position the camera. I'm just gonna bring it higher just for me. Does that feel fun? Fun ride? Are you getting nauseous?
No, I'm just.
Oh! I'm like, is the ride?
It's like camera shy.
Oh, camera shy. It's okay. It's just showing your lips.
Great.
Oh gosh, questions. Do you use the saline solution to remove the tint? And do you use it to remove the lashes from the lashes pad? No. The saline solution, yes, I will make the screen bigger and I'll fix the screen centered. So the saline solution is your prep work. It's to clean before. You can clean it after, before you do a tint. But that's gonna, if you're going to tint on the pads, it's gonna lift them. Otherwise, just removing with a dry Q-tip. But the saline solution, you don't use it during the services because it will lift the lashes. So you'll do it at the end if you want. But basically, I use a saline solution to clean after the eye makeup remover. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't use saline solution. So it's better. It's okay to use it after you've completely finished the service, like the solutions for the lift, and you're gonna go on to the tinting, and you just want to make sure that the lashes are free from tint. Yes, you can, but don't soak your pad too much. You don't want to make it too heavy. So let me fix the screen. Any chance that the lift kits could add a snap closure to the pockets, which fold? Oh, I know what you mean, Amy. They're working on a new kit, so I don't think they're going to they won't take a suggestion because I think they want to get away from maybe put them in a different packaging. I will bring it to their attention, but I think the packaging will be completely totally different. But we'll see. But I'll bring this to their attention, to the manufacturer. Okay, so let's make the screen better for you guys. And let's center her because you can see her lovely lips, but we want to, see her.
Do you want me to scoot down then?
No. I just have to do the program. I have to open up the thing and do it. There we go. I'll see the rest of the questions. Just give me 1 second. Oops, not this way. Is the view okay? Let me know. Okay, so thank you, Terry. Can you make the screen bigger? Can we get PDF for the treatment info? Yes, you will. And the thank you, you'll get a step-by-step in the thank you email. Creative Beauty has 3 locations. Yes, thank you, Emily. Her eyes are not showing in the video. How about now? That's better. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good view. Awesome. So his Instagram message is where we do hostage. Not messages, in the actual post. Like you like the latest post and make a comment in the post so we can see it. Audra. Okay, perfect. So everybody can see the model. Let's hope it doesn't get too blurry. I'm just gonna lift this maybe a little bit higher so it's not in my way. Okay. You have mascara? I don't know.
No.
Oh, they look so dark. Okay, so we're gonna do the prep work. So even if they don't have mascara or makeup, we still gotta do the 2 steps. And I don't know where my sitting is. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, I just need to find my saline. I believe I left it with the salon. Give me 1 second. I have it right there. Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm back. I have to get the saline. Okay, so even if they don't have any makeup, we want to do the prep work properly because there's factors, environmental factors, and so forth, which include dust, sweat. So I'm going to take my eye makeup remover. I will show you that. Okay. And I'm going to clean the eyes. And at the same time as I'm doing her lashes, I'm going to do a little brow tinting as well. So you guys can see how you can complete both services in one seating. Remember, add-on. They're quick and easy add-on services. So tinting the brows too can give them that total look. So we do with the eye makeup remover first. Sorry, underneath. There's some mascara on this eye, on this one. Yeah.
On one side, probably washed it better.
That usually happens. That happens with me too. Yeah. So we're just gonna make sure. Just because anything that's gonna be there will be a barrier. So we just want to make sure that the glues and the solutions can penetrate nicely. Okay, so I think this one is good. Just make sure again there was nothing on this one. Perfect. And then we do the brows. And now we can do the saline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a headband on. Are you okay with that, Nicole?
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Just so
None of my hair gets
your
in it.
yeah, tinted with a nice blonde that you have. I'm gonna move like that. You're good.
Okay.
Perfect. There we go. Awesome. So now we're gonna do the saline solution. Okay, let's see. So how much do you charge in the US for brow tint? So brow tint can start from what? Okay, we'll talk one question at a time. Sorry, Stephanie. What we do is we charge about, we say between 15 to 20 to 25 is for a brow tint, 25 to 30 for a lash tint. So depending on your demographics, you have that range to choose between 20 to 25 for a brow tint. And when you start to shape it afterwards, you know, if a shaping is about 12, 15 bucks, then, you know, you add that and you give them a little bit of a discount to do a combo pricing. For her model, what color do we do for brows? For her, because she has the cooler hair, I'm going to use the natural brown with the graphite together for her brows. So the graphite will cool down the brown and give her that cool look to match her hair. You could essentially use the graphite on its own. I don't think we've tried the graphite on your own, have we?
No.
We could try
We
to do
talked
just
about it.
we did last time, right?
We
Yeah.
talked about it.
Actually, I could try the graphite on its own so you guys can see. Just sometimes if there's like it needs a little bit more coverage, I mix it with the brown. But we could try just the graphite. So now what I'm doing is just a saline solution. Just some little tricky mascara there. But I'm not drenching my pad too much, okay? We also want the lashes to be able to dry out a little bit before we put the solutions on. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna take a disposable mascara wand. Oh, the camera went a little bit blurry. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. There we go. So I'm going to brush out her lashes. This will also help to dry them out and separate them. Okay, so perfect. Now we're going to take the pads that I was talking about. So they come in a box of 10. This is how they look individually wrapped. Okay, I'm going to open it up. So I can give my client a nice treatment. They come like this. Obviously, the part on the plastic is the treatment part. So I'm going to get, if they had makeup on their like powder and stuff, I would clean that area too, because you want to give them the full effect of the eye treatment. And you open up. And what you can do too is you can hold the bottom lashes down too so that you don't roll them up. We'll do the other side. Okay, you can close now. Perfect. Awesome. So now they get a nice little treatment and they can relax and have a little snooze if they like. Okay. So now what we're going to do is get our pads to go onto the eye. So I have my size small pad. How you choose the right pad, you see there's a bump on this part here. Oh, right here. There's a bump. So that bump is a size small. As it gets bigger in size, the bump gets bigger and bigger. So we have to make sure the hair covers this bump. If it doesn't cover it and it goes below, your lift will be very weak. If it covers it and it starts to go up here, this is called the free edge. If the hair goes all over the bump up to here, that's too much, meaning that your results will be very blunt. Okay? So so I know that this size is good for her. I've used it before. So the new glue dries. For those of you who know RefectoCil, we got the new glue, that's the shellac. Let me see if I could just position this a little bit straighter. Sorry. I'm just gonna have to move give me 1 second. No, this way. I felt it wasn't centered enough. Okay, there we go. So the new glue, the shellac glue, that's like that peachy glue, it dries really fast. So make sure that when you apply it on, close the glue too right away, and then take the pad and put it right away onto the eyelid. So I'm going to take the glue, and my pads are disinfected, so I could take the brush and use it directly on my pads. But I will have disposable lip brushes when I start touching the hair or the mucous membrane of the eye. So I'm also putting glue around the corner here. I don't know if you guys can see. I wrap it around the top part of the corner because sometimes the customer might tear and the pad will lift and then you lose lashes and it just becomes a little bit of a hot mess. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to place this close to the waterline. If they're layered lashes, you can go 1 millimeter a little bit higher. I'm also going to take my stick, just to, help position and see if I'm like hiding any hairs. I don't want to take any hairs. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other one. So you should use it right away. Okay. Don't wait for it to get dry. You got to use the pad, put it right away. It's not like the old glue where we had to wait 10 to 15 seconds for it to dry. This dries really fast. Wrap around the corners. Sorry, it went blurry. You know, wrap around the corners. And then we take it. I close my glue right away. We don't want the glue to dry out inside as well. Perfect. How can I tell if our supplier is carrying the new glue? Is there any ingredient difference I can look for? The new glue will look peachy in color, and the supplier should be out of the old glue. If they're not, they haven't been rotating it properly. But we haven't had the old glue in stock for close to almost going to a year, I would say. So the new glue would look peachy, and it's got the shellac ingredient, and it's going to be replaced in both the lift and the curl glue. Like the lift kit and the curl kit will have the same glue. So it's got that little shellac, like it's got that little peachy color. The old one was clear, and it's shellac, the main ingredient. Okay. So now we're going to work on the top of the lashes. Now, we have to work in 3 sections because the glue dries so fast. And I'm going to use both my tools because in your kits, when you buy, you're going to have the new lifter tool by RefectoCil. Really nice. It's got the brush too that you can brush the lashes up as well, but you can use this part to at the the pointy part to separate the lashes if they didn't go nice and straight. But I also like to roll it with the orange wood stick as well, so I keep both with me. Okay, so we're going to start first putting glue on the outer corner. Okay, we're going to do 3 sections: outer, center, inner. Okay, Sam, was that okay, the question? Did I answer it for you? Oops, sorry. Now, when you're rolling the lashes, now sometimes this pad might be in the way, so you might have to lower it a little bit lower. But when you're rolling the lashes, try to pull. See this? Like pressure and pull so that the water line can flip over. So I'll go down to the center part. Oh, perfect, Sam. Thank you. And like I said, you could even, if you want to roll it with the brush as well, you can, but I like to use the orange wood stick first. Oh, I got some lint. Okay, try to push down and roll at the same time because we want that water line to flip over. I know that both nails are rust and your essentials are carrying the new glue. Yes, they are, Terry. Yep. Nope, it doesn't hurt. Sarah, Nicole, do you feel okay pulling the lashes? Does it feel okay?
It feels fine.
Yeah, it's just the pressure they feel. So that's why I asked them, is the pressure okay? Because you're not tugging them so hard. You're doing the technique where you get down to the root, roll, but push down. You're pushing down on the hand, on the eyelid. So roll and push, and that's going to lift the eyelid over because you want the water line to flip over. So that pressure is what's going to help.
You just feel a little pressure when
pressure, right?
Push.
Yeah.
And
even with the pressure, I always tend to ask them it's okay, just in case if they're sensitive, the pressure might not be okay for them. But so far, I haven't had anybody complain. I'm gonna move. So I just want to always make sure I don't grab the bottom one. I'm just gonna move this a little bit lower again. Okay, any other questions? Yes, the same glue is used for pads and the lashes. Yes, same glue. Exactly. So now, because I'm going to be touching lashes, I'm going to use my disposable lip brush. I don't want to contaminate my glue, so I have several of these because you have to treat it like waxing. No double dipping. So I'm going to take some glue and I'm just going to put it and behind the lash a little bit. Not so much. I use very little glue because at the end, you don't want to make it a barrier. Close my glue and go back. Now at this point, if I want to start using I can if I want. But once again, I tend to be able to put the pressure more. Okay, so when your glue gets really stringy, see that they popped off? And it's hard to tell on the screen. It's because the glue got stringy. If the glue starts, see, that's how fast this glue dries. If the glue gets stringy, stop working that section because it's going to lift. That whole area is going to lift. So re-wet it, a little bit of glue, and continue to roll. Okay. So they're going on nice. And if you feel like there's a little, like right here, like they're a little crisscross, I take my disposable lip brush, I dampen that area a little bit, just a little bit, because when you re-wet it, it makes it more movable. You take your lifter and you can start to separate it. Okay, and you can separate them and make them because we don't want them to be clumped together. How you put them together is how they're going to form together. So now I'm just putting very little glue on the top because she has shorter lashes that are growing out new growth and they're being a little bit stubborn. So I just want to make sure I can get the majority of them on. So I just put a little bit of glue and now I'm going to do the pressure thing again. Just right here, a row. Yeah, if you look from the side, always look from the side of your customer. I can see she has a row of like lashes that don't want to stick. So I have to work a little bit more with the glue, but very little glue. Okay, so it seems like they're on now, pretty good. I can do a little bit of a security with the glue, very little bit, because I'm always looking from the side of my customer to see where there's little hairs. And once again, it's a disposable lip brush. This goes in the garbage, and I have another one because I touched her, like I'm very close to her mucous membrane, and we don't want to cross-contaminate your glue. This is the exact issue we were having every time the lashes touch with the tint. It releases. Yeah, but this one won't. We haven't, and it's not tint. It's the lash perm solution. We haven't put the lash perm solution yet. Your tint is the last thing. So the original glue, the clear glue, every time you would put the lash perm, it would dissolve the lashes and they would pop up. So this no longer does this. Her lashes are popping up because they're thick and she has new growth. She has very little ones. I'm trying to get them all down. Otherwise, she's good. So I got them all down, and when I look from the side, all her hairs are down. And when I put the solution, she shouldn't have an issue. If you're working with very layered lashes, maybe you might have that issue still. That's because they're layered lashes. It has nothing to do with the glue. All you have to make sure that the hair is saturated with the solution lash perm, and at the end, before you do the neutralizer step, re-glue down the lashes. But with the new glue, I don't have issues with it. Okay, so outer corner first. Let me know if I was able to answer your question. Once again, try and do that pressure. And once again, move this just a little bit lower so that I can not pull up any lint. But still being mindful of her bottom lashes. If you were to put the glue all over the whole pad and start working at it, your lashes will just pop off because it dries so quick and you won't have time to focus in that area. Okay, then we're going to do the inner, and the waterline is very important to flip over because throughout the whole service, you want to be able to see the waterline because you can see in this one, the waterline, because you want to be able to apply the solution very close to the root without touching their skin. And if you have to lift the eye up, what happens is you put the solution, you let go of the eye, it closes and they feel burning. Okay? So that's why this important technique of lifting the waterline is very important. If you do it very gentle and you're just fluffing the lashes over, you won't get the waterline to flip. So I'm going to put some more glue and get that waterline. Everything good so far? With everybody? Model 2, you're good?
Yep.
Good. So this is the part that's going to take the longest. This is the part that you have to work, take your time, don't rush it. And this side, she has more shorter layers there at the bottom, which is making it a little bit harder to lift the waterline, but that's okay. We'll make it happen.
Sorry.
That's okay. They get to learn too. Is the pressure okay? Okay. And you see like the hairs are covering the majority of the bump. So we know we chose a good roller. Okay, there, we got the water line a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Okay, any questions? Would it be advisable to tape the lid up for hooded? You can. Yep. Yep, you can do that so that you know when you tape up a hooded lid, it helps to also not push that pad down to the eye, because then you can lose the water line. So yes, you can use like the extension tapes to hold up. Yep. Same with like mature skin, right? Like if it's too much skin, it's gonna push your pad down and you're gonna lose the water line. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm almost done. I'm just gonna fix this side again. I really want those shorter ones to still kind of stay on. If you're struggling with the new growth, the really short ones, don't worry. As long as the majority are on, but I'm the one that's just like, I really want to get those little ones too. I do see some mascara still. Wait. Okay. And like I said, always look from the side of your model, of your customer, because you can see what lashes you mix. When you look at them through the bird's eye view, like on the top, everything looks perfect. But then when you look at the side, you can see what hairs were missed. Okay. Yep. Okay. I think I got the majority. I got everything. Yeah, there is that one stubborn one. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the solutions. Everybody good so far? I'm just gonna put just a little bit with the steps. Like I said, this is the part that's going to take you the most time. I just really want to get that one. Sorry, guys. I just really want to get those ones. Okay. And you see, as soon as I close my glue, I'm here at the lashes working them. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry on that side. I'm going to get my solution prepared. I never had any issues with clients that have hooded eyes. I have not needed to use a tape at all. It just depends. Sometimes I have hooded eyes that are like too deep. Like with Nicole, I'm good. With my model, this is good. I've never had to use tape on her. But sometimes the issues I've had is if I've done it on a very mature clientele and they have too much extra skin, it flaps over to the pad and it pushes it down. And I lose their water line and I can't get the solution very close. And then I don't give them the effect they want, or they might even feel a little bit burning. So I have to use the eyelash extension tapes to hold the lids up. So this can go back like a little bit in more to give the treatment. We're good. It's not in the way. Okay, let's grab our solution number 1. It's our new solutions, 6 and 4 minutes. The new tube looks like this with the nice little pink writing. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze my pea-sized amount in my bowl. Bowl number 1, brush number 1. Okay. Squeeze my pea-sized amount. Okay, so I have my solution number 1. Now, the Lash Perm solution, what it's going to do, it's going to break down the bonds in the keratin so that we can reshape the hair. So think of spaghetti. It's solid. We can't twirl it around our fork. You put it in hot water. It melts it. We control the fork and to the shape that we want, right? We control the pasta. So same with the eyes. We want the lashes. We want to be able to make them moldable. I just like to mix it a little bit, just to spread it. And when I grab the tint, I like to get a little ball at the tip. Sorry, not tint, the solution. I like to get a little ball at the tip because I don't want to waste solution into the brush. And I'll start to dab it. Once again, get a little ball and I'm dabbing. I'm not brushing. I don't want to release, and I want to make sure that it stays on top of the lash as well. Like if you had those little stubborn little short ones. So I like to do this little dabbing effect. And you can see I'm going pretty close. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, your eye closed a little bit.
Sorry.
It's okay. No. Just I didn't know if it irritated you. So I'm trying to go very close to the water line. Was there a question? If client wants to do tint, do we do it before or after? After. Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, after. I'm just going to move this a little bit lower because I feel like I lost. I'm going to put this a little bit back down a little bit. Sorry.
Okay.
There we go. Just because I want to get it the push is happening by the roots. So I want to be able to get the solution really close. And we leave the tips free. If we do the tips as well, we're overweighing it. The service. So leave the tips free and go up to the center, and that's it. So it's hard to tell on the camera, but her tips up here are free. There's no solution. Okay? What is it between curl or lift? In the presentation that we showed is that the one does a shape. It rounds it up to a C curl, and the lash lift does length. So it adds length like a U shape. Okay, so let me just set my timer before I go to this next one. So we're going to put it at 6 minutes. Okay, so let's apply it now to the other. Once again, get the little ball. And any of that new little hair that's just sticking up, I try to wet it so that it's getting saturated so that I can re-glue it down when it's more moldable to create the shape with the neutralizer. Okay, and once again, leaving the tips free. And I try not to put too much pressure on the hairs because I don't want them to release. Okay, so we let that to work. And now I can focus a little bit on the brows. Okay. Let's see if there's a question. Yeah, so this is where we were getting the lift. This is where we were getting the lifting. As soon as the solution wets, the lashes pop off no matter how. Yeah, it's because you were using the clear glue. We have the new one now, Elaine. If you were using the clear glue, it's been replaced by the peachy glue. So it shouldn't happen with the peachy glue unless you weren't kind of using enough, but you were using way too little. So let me know if it was the peachy or the clear glue you were using. Okay. I'm going to grab my artist palette that goes into my hand right here. So I'm hands-free. Amazing stuff. I love it. It's got the line in there for 2 centimeters. We're going to try the graphite. You can tell I use a graphite light, but we're going to try the graphite on her, just the graphite. And I'm going to put it in my palette. Thank you. I think it's a clear glue. Yes, Elaine, the clear glue was a hassle. Yep. So try to, if you can get to a supplier and get the peachy glue and try that one. But remember, the peachy glue dries fast. The clear glue, dry. You have to wait 10 to 15 seconds for it to get tacky. No need to do that with the new glue. Night and day works the best. Thank you, Lori. Yes, yes, yes. And sometimes, like I said, you might have lashes that were being a little tedious. So 1 or 2 might pop off, but 1 or 2 is better than like 10, right? So all you have to do is make sure that they're saturated okay, and then you just re-glue them down. But at least now with the new glue, you don't have all your row of lashes popping up. Thank you for letting us know, Lori. Awesome. I was getting so frustrated. Yes, it is very frustrating. And not to quit, not just quitting the service, but people were like, well, I don't want to use RefectoCil's glue, you know? So we were losing that, not just the business, but that loyalty or that respect, right? Because of the glue. And that's where I actually, as soon as they gave it to me to test from the manufacturer, I actually complained to them. I said the glue is not great. So right from the get-go. So I knew that until they get another glue, I would have to spend many hours troubleshooting. But because I figured out a technique of doing that security deposit, it was working for everybody. But who wants to do that extra step when no other brands you have to do that extra step? So now with the new glue, we're good. Yeah, they'll have old stock because we don't, yes, Amy, because we don't carry that anymore in our inventory. As a master distributorship that we sell to our distributors, we don't carry that. There's no more of the old glue. Even in the kits, it's been replaced. And the curl glue will have the same glue, peachy glue. Okay, so I mixed my tint, just graphite. So we're attempting to just try the graphite. I still have, let's see how many minutes I have on her. I still have 1.5 minutes on her lashes. So I have time to do the brows. I'm not going to lift her eye too much because it's going to shift the tint, the solution. So we're going to do this. So even with the fast timing, once you get the hang of it, you can still do the tinting, you know, like the tinting. Just you might have to manage your time a little bit if you're doing a brow lamination too. Okay, so once I put this on and my timer goes off, I'm going to clean the lashes. So there's my timer. I'm just going to shut that off. And it's going to be a dry, it's a long one. It's going to be a dry Q-tip, okay? No saline, no nothing, no water. Just want to make sure this is nice and tidy. So I'm going to clean it with the Q-tip. Okay, so I'm going to grab some Q-tips. I'm going to remove dry. Is there any, what's the difference? Is brow lamination and tint is brow lamination and tint is the same? So brow lamination is going to make the lashes look, the brows look fuller and longer as well, because it's going to relax the hair and make it longer, and you can redirect it to a new position. So essentially you can make the brows look fluffier and thicker. But the solutions are the same. All three kits, brow lamination, curl, and lift, the solutions are the same. So dry Q-tip, and I'm following upward, upward, just like how we want the lashes to go. And until you start seeing that your Q-tip is, you know, see how you see that little pinky color, purplish color. And as you can tell, what was her name? Oh, is it blurred? Is the camera blurred? It's still blurry? Oh, on my end, it's not blurry. Uh-oh. Is it blurry for everybody? I'm having the same issue now. Uh-oh. That's so weird. On my end, it doesn't show it blurry. How about now? It's still bad? Oh my goodness. I don't know why it's doing this lately. I don't know if it's my laptop or it's the camera. Is it still blurry? I might have to exit and come back in if it's still blurry. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let me exit and come back. 1 second. Oh. Hey guys, how about now? Is it still blurry? I'm just going to remove the eye while you guys are telling me, just so it's not staying too long. Oh, it's better? A bit still. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, like you said, it might be the internet you said, right? Maybe it makes the camera go blurry? Okay.
It'll link it from your laptop. Go blurry.
From my laptop? Okay. How bad is it? Like, can you guys see the lashes and the brows? I can try to unplug the camera and plug it back in. Let me see what people says. Not clearly. Okay, let me just clean up her eye, and I'm gonna try and unplug the camera, but I might have to exit the room again. So if you don't hear me, I'm just trying to fix it. I just want to remove it from her eyes. Okay. So let me remove the camera. What would the date be on the glue versus old glue? The date? Each glue will vary due to production. So mine doesn't expire until April 2023. But once you've opened it, it's 3 months. So same as the old glue, 3 months after opening it expires. So let me unplug the camera. I might sorry. I'm not quite sure what's happening. I've never had this happen before. I don't know if it's the internet. So what did you guys not hear? What did I have to, I just want to make sure that it's not blurry because you guys weren't able to see. And then there was questions about old glue versus glue. Jenny, were you able to hear my answer or no? So is the screen a little bit better? Because I just want to go to this step number 2 of the neutralizer. It's better? Okay, thank you, Lori. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your patience. So that's the neutralizer. So the lashes are all clean. And as you can tell, for the people that are asking about struggling with the glue before, it's good. Lashes have popped up. Okay. You know, sometimes I do get 1 or 2 that do pop up because the lashes I'm working with are so stubborn or they're virgin. Screen is still blurry. I don't know what to do. This is horrible. Is the screen blurry for every, you know, it's so deceiving because on my end, when I'm looking through the screen, it looks perfect. But on your end, it's not. It's fine for you, not bad?
Can be their internet, not hers. Not everyone's.
Oh, and everyone, yeah, I think just has blurry for some. So some blurry, some not. Guys, I don't know what to do. I am so sorry. I don't know, like, is it, can you guys see it properly or no? So there's some that said they can see it properly, right? Because right now I'm applying the neutralizer, the same area that I had the Lash perm. So let me just come back to the screen. I'm just gonna do one eye and come back to the screen to see if you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let me see. It's still blurry, but I think we get at this point what you're doing. Are you dabbing it on? Yes, I am. So some it's clear, some it's not. So I don't know if it has to do with everybody's internet. And sometimes it's internet. Shoot. I can try and exit again because when it's pixelated, you guys can't see anything. And when it's distorted, I sound like a robot. So let me just put this on. So I'm just dabbing it on. I'm putting the neutralizer in the same area that I put my lash perm. Okay, so I'm just putting in the same area and I'm going to try and re-enter again and see during the 4 minutes. So just dabbing it, make sure when I dab it too, I'm able to cover the hairs nicely. Okay, so let me see if I can reset it because then I need to take her brows off. So let's see. Good thing is I can work under pressure because this is like, I don't know what to do to make it work, but let's see. I can see good enough. Keep going and your words fill in when it's more blurry. But are you guys hearing me pixelated? Like, not pixelated. Are you guys hearing me like distorted? Because I've heard that before and it sounds really weird. Just removing the brows. I don't want to make them too dark because her hair is a little bit lighter. So you can see the graphite was nice and cool, a nice cool color. So let me see your comments. Okay, so you remove the lash perm and then you just dab neutralizer. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Yes, Stephanie. It's sporadic. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to. It could, like, everybody's telling me it could be internet. So I think when we were having a really bad internet day here at work. But you're right, Stephanie. So as I put the lash perm on, you leave it for 6 minutes and you dab it. We don't do any brushing because we don't want to release the hair. And we dab it also for, like, when I do that little ball and I dab it, it's able to grasp even the hairs that are sticking up a little bit, the new growth. And then, yes, you apply from root to center, leave the ends free. Okay, let me know if you heard that and if it was okay and if it answered your question. Okay. I'll call Vlad after this. I don't even know if I have his number. That's scary. Oh, yeah, because I need a new laptop too. Okay, so yes, it was clear. Thank you. Awesome. So I'm just dabbing a little bit. Sorry, just to spread it. I'm gonna clean the brow now, the other brow. Dry. Actually, now I remove my tint on my brows. Dry. The brows. Solution. Oh, how many minutes for the solution and the neutralizer? 6 and 4 minutes is a new solution time. If you get a tube that says new in a red box and that's 8 and 5, it's just that we still have some rotating 8 and 5s with some distributors, but the expiry date is not until 2023 on those, so they're good. On some of them, I don't know all of them, but all the new solutions rotating should be now the new ones, which should be with the pink writing. So you'll know it's the pink writing like this, and no timing on them. When there's no timing on them, it's 6 and 4 minutes. If you see the 8 and 5 on it, it's 8 and 5. Okay. Perfect. It answered? Yeah, MJ? Perfect. So as I said, I don't put any water anymore, so I'm just making sure that there's no tint. If I had like some staining, I'll just take my tint remover. So we can take the tint remover. I'll show it to you. If you don't have tint remover, I suggest to buy it because, you know, if you do unnecessary staining, you want to be able to clean the area. 6 and 4 minutes. 6 minutes is the first step. 6 minutes is step number 1, which is the lash perm. 4 minutes is step number 2, which is the neutralizer. So 6 and 4. I think you have it backwards. 4 and 6. So that's the tint remover. I'm just going to clean a little bit if there's any unnecessary staining on the skin. Just on the skin. And that's it. Her brows are good before we put the styling gel. Okay. And if at this moment you have to do a little bit of a shaping, go ahead, do a little bit of shaping, clean it up. Because I have 40 seconds left on the neutralizer before I remove it. Now for time's sakes, because we had the little glitch with the thing, I'm going to tint on the pad. I don't usually tint on the pads because I like to remove it and get full coverage of the bottom ones too, but I just saw the timing with all the glitch. So let me get the tint prepared for the lashes. So here's our blue black. Okay, and I'm going to use the other side of my well to put the lashes. Okay, everybody good so far? Everybody can hear me? Everything's good? No issues, hopefully? Great. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the patience. No, 6 minutes for solution number 1. 6 minutes solution number 1, 4 minutes solution number 2. 8 minutes is if you have very thick, which I've done it on thick too, and the 6 and 4 worked fine. As long as you can get those lashes to roll over and see the roots, the 6 and 4 has worked. But just in case you saw it didn't work, you know next time you'll do 8 and 5. Especially virgin hair, it's the first time they're doing a lash lift. So 6 and 4 minutes, and only 8 and 5 if they're very stubborn, thick layered, or doing male lashes. Is that good? Okay, so there's my blue black. I'm just going to put my drops of oxygen, which is 10. I'm using the liquid. I always use the cream, so today I'm like people that I did the brow with the liquid. I'm good with both. Both give great results. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to mix it and I'm going to remove the lashes. I'm going to remove it and I'm going to remove the lash perm. The neutralizer, sorry. So if you're using a liquid, and sometimes as long as you can get it to look nice and fluffy like this, you're good with the liquid too. So we want it to be nice and fluffy. Okay, it just requires good mixing and following the ratio. Okay, let's remove the neutralizer. Dry Q-tip. Up, up, up. Once again, dry, dry. We always do dry, dry first because we don't want anything to flow into the eye. Okay. I'm going to leave the other side a couple seconds more because I think oh, it went blurry. So now I can see that. I can see that blurry. Because now I won't go, hold on. There we go. Do you use any water for removing solution? No, no water. The water you'll do at the end after the tint is over. Okay? Yeah, if the recording is not good, don't worry. We have on the website other webinars with the lash lift. So don't worry. I'm not quite sure. I can't control the internet, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. But we do have other webinars. Yep, I do have my other lash lift webinars on there. Has it become blurry again for people? That blurry was me because I moved too quick in front of it. But it went back clear for me. Is it still blurry for some? Yes, it's blurry. Elaine? Oh, dang you, internet. You're ruining my webinar, internet. I hope you guys will be able to see the results after. Should I attempt to go in and out one more time to be able to see the results? Because on your end, I don't know what you guys are seeing on your end. I know, damn internet. I agree with you, MJ. Because on my end, I see it clear. So I don't know what you guys are seeing, but you guys are frustrated. So I believe you're seeing something really horrible. And I don't want to lose your interest. Are you sure? Just leave it. I could try to exit again. Okay, I hear. The left eye is weird. Left eye. This side? It could be maybe the darkness. Maybe she puts her head center. It's COVID learning. I just need to, I just gotta figure out what's happening with the internet. Sorry, guys. And I'm at work, which the internet has to be really good. But sometimes, technology. So I'm just removing it. Dry, dry, dry. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. Dry, 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 dry. And once again, I'm so sorry because it could be frustrating looking into a screen that's blurry and pixelated and my voice being distorted. Sorry. Okay, so my Q-tips are nice and dry. Much better. Okay. Whew. Okay, just following your words. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, do you find removing the lashes from the pad and then doing them tinting affects the lift? No, it doesn't have, like if I remove the pads no, it doesn't. Just as long as when you're applying the tints, I'll show you. When you remove the pads and the lashes are lifted and they're sticking up like that, don't cake the tint on top to weigh them down. Follow the lashes. So you would go up like this and then inwards, upwards. And you would lightly put the tint. Okay, you would follow it like mascara. But now because we have it on the pad, all I have to do is just cover it like this. It's just that if they have lighter bottom lashes, you want to darken those as well. Right? And you don't want to do it with their eyes open because even tint when it gets into the eye or close to the eye feels not nice. And also your pads get very dirty even when you disinfect them. Obviously doing the tinting on the pad is so much easier, but if you want to give your client an even more wow factor and the bottom of their lashes were blonder, yes, I would remove it and do it the way that I said because you can pick up the bottom lashes, you can pick them up with the top lashes as you're doing that movement. So before when I used to tint lashes, I used to cake it on and used to rest down on the pad. I don't do that any longer because that could affect the results. So I just follow the direction of the hair. Okay, and after you do a lift, when you do a lift, the tinting only stays on for 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes on the lashes. Once again, if they're a little like thick layered, you can go 4 minutes. But otherwise, be mindful. You don't have to overdo it, over process. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the screen to see if you guys have any questions. Perfect. Okay, see if you have any questions. Can you use yes, you can reuse the silicone pads. You just got to disinfect them. I don't know if you're in the US, MJ, are you in the US or Canada? In Canada, we have a product called Preempt that you can, RTU, that you can clean and disinfect. In the US, you would have, okay, Canada, you can use Preempt, RTU. In US, just make sure you clean them, rinse them, soap and water, and then use a alcohol. Eventually down the road, the alcohol will disintegrate a little bit, so you'll have to change up your pads, but that would be your best practices. For cleaning pads, if you clean them with water and disinfect, so yes, so Sarah, yeah. So if you're in Canada, you can use a Preempt RTU or alcohol as well in Canada, but we have a better product that will clean and disinfect together. But if you're in the US, clean with soap and water. Yeah, yes, yep. In the States, they have Rejuvenate. Yes, Lori, yep, they have Rejuvenate in the States, which is from the same manufacturer. But if you're not using Rejuvenate, you can use alcohol as well. But Rejuvenate is a better choice, safer for the environment as well. Okay, so my 2 minutes, we're almost gonna be done. How's everybody going? Should I even ask, how's everybody doing now? Are you guys getting frustrated with the screen? We will have a better recordings on the thing, and I'll have to figure this out for the next webinar if it's gonna cause this issue. Sorry, it had to be you guys on your time. Okay, so we're just waiting for the time to be over on her lashes, and then we're going to reveal the look. It's pretty easy. So for all the new ones, how do you feel with this? It's not hard. Like, take your time. The first time, book your customer for like an hour, because it's your, but I would suggest also before, practice with friends, have a girls' night, have a wine and cheese, practice with them just to get the hang of it. There is a question. It's called, how many minutes for to get 2? Yes, thank you, Sarah. 2 minutes, because the hair is porous and it's going to take the color fast. If you were just doing a lash tinting, it's 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes if the lashes are good, thin and medium, but if they're layered and thick, you can go up to 15 minutes. Because the hair is open and porous, it will grab that tint right away. See, I have, it's nice to have in the webinar professionals answering and helping me out. Thanks, guys. Okay, so the time is coming up in 30 seconds, and we take it off. And dry first, okay? Dry. And then we're going to, end it off with the styling gel. Okay. Are you doing a curl class? Yes. Yes, I'm doing the curl class. What are we now? March? We're March, right? Yeah, April 26th. It's quite a time away. It's because I'm starting trade shows, so I'll be at a lot of trade shows. So that's why it's a little bit later on. Okay, so let's remove the tint. But April 26th is curl. No, so it'll be great to show people. You're welcome. How long approximately would the appointment be for a total for a client? If the client's already dark lashes, can we still do it? Yes, you can do still tint, and you would just take the blue, black, and the black together and mix it to add more deftness. At the beginning, you might want to book an hour. If you feel that, you should book a family member first and do it and time yourself. But you should, at the beginning, you'll probably do an hour, then you can probably get to 45 minutes, right? But if you're doing a tint and if you're doing afterwards something else to them, you'll book the timing. But usually with the lash lift and the tint, you should be able to finish it under an hour. If you go over an hour, maybe you were just having some trouble with the glue, or their lashes were being stubborn. But with the new solution time, you're able to complete it that fast. Under an hour. Yeah. They say 30 minutes, but you know what? We don't want to rush our customer. We don't want to rush our customer, and you don't know what hiccups might come along the way. And once again, you don't want to rush the service. You're working around their eye area. So can you guys see how dark? Oh my gosh, can you guys see? Can you see how dark her lashes got? I don't know if you guys can see, but her lashes got really dark. And always be mindful of the glue. You don't want to use too much glue. That looks beautiful, even with the fuzzy. Oh, even with the fuzzy screen. I'm sorry, guys. I really wanted to exit, come back in, so maybe the final touch you guys can see it. Not so fuzzy. Okay, so what I do to remove the pad, like I always have a little bit of a wet cotton pad ready, just to go underneath the pad and remove any glue residue. So I hold the pad up and I just, and now with the wet pad is where you can clean the lashes, but make sure that your pad is not overly wet, because we say within 24 hours, try not to put them too much water on them. If you're in the shower, don't take a prolonged humidity shower, don't do any sauna bath or anything like that. So make sure you use very little wetness. And also when they go home the next day, they'll be a little bit more lifted. That's why I don't always go too small the pad, because the next day is where they will it will dry more and it will feel lifted more. Is buying RefectoCil on Amazon is it okay or not? I would say it's not okay, because I know we never know how long the product has been on there. What's it has been rotating or this or that. Plus, it's a professional product, so we don't like that it's on Amazon. I would say if you order from your distributors, you can also you'll get deals as well through them, and you have accuracy of the product. So yeah, it's hard for us to know how long the product has been on in their inventory, we would call it. Yeah, inventory. So dry. Just try to remove the bulk. Dry. Okay, I'm gonna take my little bit of my wet cotton pad to release the silicone pad, and try to, after you're done with your customer, try to clean these right away so that you can kind of minimize the staining. And I tend to follow as well the hair. It's going upwards. I'm going to follow as I'm wiping as well. And we're going to remove. Those get tossed away. And then you would do your little bit of your massage, right? And then you're going to have a still wet and cotton when they put their eyes if they feel irritated. So we're going to get you to open up your eyes. And maybe I'll try to exit and come back in so you guys can see the results. I don't know if you guys can tell on the screen, but I might want to exit. Okay. I missed the answer to the question. What was it? If the client is our dark, if the client's client already dark lashes, can we still do tint? Yes, you can, with blue, black, and black mixed together. So you can add more deftness. Yes. Oh, thank you, Sam. For sensitive eyes, depending if there's sensitivity, no worries, Lori. Thank you so much. Can you guys see the results, or should I exit and come back in? It's cleared up, and yet you can really see the difference. Oh, sweet. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You can do a product good for sensitive eyes. If their eyes are extremely sensitive, even to touch, it might be hard to do it. I know somebody I was tinting and they're just tearing because they're just sensitive. But it's okay to use because you're not really getting into the eye, you're not getting it onto the skin like when you're doing a lash stuff. You should just be mindful of that. Avoid as much as you can. Take your time when you're working the eye area so it doesn't get into their eyes, and you can do it on sensitive eyes. Looks great, thank you. So what the final thing would be before you guys would go is that we would have to add the styling gel. Oops, I just paused. Is the styling gel, okay? Oops, sorry, that went blurry. Okay. Take my disposable mascara wand. And her lashes before, when I cleaned them a little bit more, they went a little bit lighter. So this shows a dramatic difference with the tint. So I'm going to focus straight somewhere. Yeah. So we're sealing in the treatment. We're hydrating those lashes and brows. There we go. Okay, that's the final step. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so dry Q-tip. Yes, I removed everything with dry, and only at the end I put a little bit of water. Because sometimes you might see some glue, some area with glue. Like I saw it on the screen. She has some glue here still. So that's when I put water. But with her lashes, I was very minimal with water. I didn't want to overweigh them. And make sure like in here, the glue. There we go. But you see, if we had her bottom lashes, I can see them. They're like, but if we had tinted them, they would be more noticeable. No water used at all in the removal process. First dry, and then at the end, you can put a little bit of water. But that, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Sarah. So that's the results. Your clients are going to love it. Okay. So I would just say practice first, practice with did my computer freeze? Blink? Nicole, are you blinking? Oh, okay. You didn't blink for a long time. And I'm like, is my computer frozen? Yeah, practice first. If it's your first time doing this, sorry guys. If it was the first time doing this, try to practice on like friends or something like that, just to get the hang of it before you start offering as a charge, like a service, just in case, right? So you can get comfortable. But yeah, once you get the hang of it, you'll create beautiful lashes for your customers. Especially the summer season coming along, they don't want to sit there putting so much makeup. If they're at the pool and stuff like that, they want to look a little bit presentable, even at the beach or at the cottage or whatever, and they don't have to put any mascara or stuff like that, right? So it's less maintenance and less maintenance for upkeeping it as well. So at the end of the service, we tell the client to not get the lashes wet for 24 hours. Yes, if they're going to take a shower, just avoid, if they're going to do their body, like shower their body, avoid getting their lashes wet. Don't take prolonged shower, like heated showers, because the humidity as well can lessen the effect. So within that 24 hours, don't put any makeup within that 24 hours. Don't do any sunbathing. Don't do any saunas within that 24 hours. Don't put any oil within that 24 hours, and then you're good. Her fine lines under her eyes, it does give a smooth effect. Like I was shocked how instant it gives us, that when you pull it out and you see this nice like shine, like this nice smooth like gloss. I don't know, it's really nice. I really like these eye care pads, and your customers will love them too. And they can become retail. They're just a little pricey, but educating them about what the ingredients do, they will love it. So thank you guys. You know what? I want to apologize once again. I don't know. I'm going to check the recording and see what it looks like. But I hope maybe the recording came out properly. If it didn't, there is other ones on there on Lash Lift with great results as well. And then we'll have you for further webinars, what I would love for you guys to attend as well. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for helping out as well. Do you need to be a Lash Lift certified to buy this product, or just certified in any service? If you're some distributors, thank you. If you're a professional background, if you're a cosmetician, an esthetician, a hairstylist, or a makeup artist, you should be able to get it. Sometimes they ask for your
diploma. Like if some distributors, they even ask for me for my diploma, and I have to show them my aesthetics diploma, right? But if you have a professional background, you shouldn't have any issue buying these products from a distributor. Yeah. Thank you, Kamini. And Supli, thank you so much. Oh, and thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. And once again, thank you for your patience, because that was very appreciative with you guys as well to deal with this with me. So I really appreciate it. Any questions, let me know. And you can email me. Any questions, feel free to email me or call me. Are you doing brow lamination sometime soon? Hopefully in the summer season. We're doing some retail webinars and aftercare webinars in May and June. So hopefully we'll do a little brow, well, we will do a brow lamination, but close to the summer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, MJ. Yeah, brow lamination. 2 people asked. So yeah, in the meantime, if you really want to see it, go on our website, and I have a webinar on there with brow lamination, and then we'll be doing in the summer brow lamination. Actually, in the summer, I'll do a complete package, lashes and brows together. So lash lift and tint, brow lift and tint. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody. You can't see me, but here I'm waving goodbye. And thank you to my model, Nicole, as well. It's always a pleasure to have her. Thank you. Oh, thank you for your comments. Great class. You have convinced me to try again. Yes, please, Elaine, try it again. I would appreciate your feedback too. I love to make sure that you will revive your RefectoCil love. That's what we're here for. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Ciao. Later.